So again an impromptu uh, video live regarding the Fingal cyclone that has caused devastations across districts in Tamil Nadu, especially the five main districts. They say uh, the crops, the human lives, properties, destructions uh, were unprecedented. And as always, Tamil Nadu government, the present administration, uh, consider that Chennai, taking care of Chennai and surrounding places of Chennai is their main, job, and rest of Tamil Nadu is not of any importance. The anger in the grounds are very visible. The public are seriously angry on the Tamil Nadu government, and it's not that out of the blue that has been projected by the paid media of DMK that okay, this is nature's fury, so we don't get to do anything. So why are you targeting us? That is not the question. Okay, because this has been happening, like you see, Varda cyclone, Gaja cyclones, and then every year this is happening in Tamil Nadu and the southern, south, eastern part. It's been inundated with a lot of cyclonic storms, and every time we are seeing this kind of devastations happening. So if it's one-off case, yes, the precautionary, precautions where when failure is there, and we cannot stop the nature is what many of the ministers or many of the politicos from the present Dravidian government been telling it. I mean, there are a couple of things which is just again comes into play here. First thing is the technology and our science has developed so much, and the so-called Dravidian model, right? Because which doesn't believe in any superpower or supernatural power. They believe only in science and the forward thinking. So why can't they come up with a scientific, innovations, scientific inventions which can predict the course of the storm? It's not that it's not there; it is there. Okay, but still, these people will not implement it because that needs money, and if they have to use all the money, first of all, the Tamil Nadu government, everything is it's under debt, serious debt. And on top of that, you ask them to spend money on public, they won't. Okay, because it is. So what is in it for me is their question. The main first is that they don't use the latest technology to prevent, to forewarn the people or build a better infrastructure so that they can save the life of people and the properties. Second part is there is a river, in Vilupuram district called ThenPannai river, ThenPannai dam, which was built on it, which actually is a conglomeration of many rivers, sub-rivers, which comes and gets into the dam, and that actually originates from all the way from Karnataka, and it comes down. That dam was apparently getting overfilled, and they are seeing that from Karnataka all the way till Tamil Nadu, there were constant rains which are happening, constant downpour, because of which they know that the level of the sub rivers, which is there, tributaries, right? It's overflowing. So when they should have thought about it, and they should have opened the Nidan say. It's not like once for all they open the gate and let the dam flood the nearby villages. They should have done it slowly, incrementally. That would have saved, they should have given the time for the adjacent villages and the neighboring villages people to escape. They didn't do that. Suddenly, when the so-called engineers and associate engineers, the junior engineers who are all watching all this, things happening, they should have at least uh, forewarned the politicos there, or they must have done. But then, how fast and how quick the Tamil Nadu governments are there is there to take care of this. Apparently, they paid no heed to them. So suddenly, out of the blue, when they felt that the dam was getting to the brim, they felt that it should be removed. Maybe the somebody from the ministerial department had told them, okay, release the dam now. Can you imagine? Early morning at 2:30, 3 o'clock, they apparently wrote a letter to the local Tahsildar to tell them to go and inform the villages around to clear the villages and move the people to other safer places. 3 o'clock, who is awake? Okay, and Tehsildar mustn't have seen this, and they opened the gates at around early morning 3 o'clock. And imagine a public sleeping there, people in the villages, they're sleeping there, and suddenly you feel the flood water. They wake up to see their entire house is filled with water, and their entire property, the livestock, the cattle which they grow, their crops, everything is destroyed. So, and then when questioned, these people come up with a letter from the so-called, the engineer saying that I have told this Tehsildar to inform the villages. What, at bloody 3 o'clock in the morning? So, the stepwise, the slow release of water over the period of time from Sunday onwards, they should have done. This would have been handled better. They would have given time for the local Tehsildars and the local people's village panchayat leaders to move the people to the better place. But no, again loss of properties, again loss of livestock, again loss of livelihood of people. People are on the road, and after this is the most important time when you get a lot of communicable diseases which spreads around, and then who is going to take care of that? And as usual, the Tamil Nadu government, ministers and chief minister and his the failed hero son, now who is also holds the post of deputy chief minister, he goes within Chennai, and because Chennai also had rains, so he goes there and poses there and says, hey, you know what, you see how much we have done. There's no water storage, there's no water stagnant. It's all getting, so we have spent enough money on everything. So instead of, why do you think the chief minister of Tamil Nadu and the deputy chief minister and all the ministers, why do people think that you are chief ministers? You are not chief ministers or ministers of the state. You are more ministers and chief ministers of the city called Chennai. So stay there, be a mayor. Why do you want to become a chief minister if you don't bother about any other citizens of Tamil Nadu? And the more disgusting part is he has announced 3,000 rupees. I think so, 2,000 to 3,000 rupees for every family. 3,000 rupees, what do you do with that? And 3,000 rupees is the money your son, the deputy chief minister, spends probably on a lunch. And you want to give that as a retribution to all the people of Tamil Nadu who has lost their everything. And the same chief minister has spent 5 lakhs for each family who have lost their lives on what you say is arak, after consuming illicit arak. So a person has to lose life in the illicit arak to get 5 lakhs from you, and 3,000 rupees for these people because they are alive. And I don't know, I find there's no logic. I mean, logic definitely defies when it comes to the politicians. And very, very importantly, all the cities, including the city where I am in, or across India, there should be a very stringent law when it comes to desiltation of the rivers. Bangalore, for example, even when I'm saying about 30, 35 years back or 50 years back, it was called City of Rivers or Lakes. Sorry, City of Lakes. More than 400 plus lakes, living lakes, not those lakes which are filled with all the Sparthenian plants and other dead vegetation there. Living lakes. Now there are hardly 25 plus living lakes. Trust me. What happened to where did they go? Did the lakes get transferred some other place? They were lifted and put some other place? No. They were filled with mud, they were filled with cement, and all big structures have come in. That's the bane we get by giving it an infrastructural, big city kind of looks, right? Yeah, like Singapore or Malaysia, they want to construct big buildings, apartments, and on top of rivers. So when there is a catchment area, and you close that with the cement and buildings, so the natural course of water is to come and fall into that. You build something on that, definitely it is going to get filled with water. And apart from that, it's like a hurdle. You put a stone in front of in the pathway of a river, it is going to go somewhere else. Why do you think our ancestors had this idea of drainage system, sewage system separately? If you go to Harappa, take pictures, it's been proved that we had an excellent drainage systems and the water system, and everything was planned properly. If you go to even the villages now, villages has a central temple around which the village used to have been developed, and all the temples are on the banks of any river bodies or water bodies, right? So why it was built? And if you look at around the temples is where the civilization starts, and the villages would have been constructed. And all these temples have a temple tank, a big tank which holds water. Serves multiple purposes. First thing is the location of the tanks are always in a low-lying area where they know the natural course of water has to come from the upper plane and falls into one place, and that is where they used to have that temple tanks. Storage of water, when there is drought and there is no rainfall, they allow the entire villages to come and fetch water from there. They use it for their household purposes, daily purposes. Okay, so this was done. Now forget temple tanks. You don't have temples also. Temples have been destroyed in Tamil Nadu, and there is no tanks. Even if you take example in Madras cities, there are a lot of temple lands which has been taken off. And again, if you take, the previous zamana, if you take the eras, temple tanks and around it, there used to be areas which are kept vacant. It is deliberately kept vacant because they don't want the water flow to get impeded, and they don't want the water flow to get stopped and drain. So they test it drain properly into the temple tank, and that is why it was made. And that also helps in the absorption of keeping the water table, the groundwater table, in a good state. Natural rainwater storage kind. All that is destroyed, and now they are complaining of rainwater entering their houses. Why not? Why will it not enter? You are built up frigging apartments or the buildings in the place where water is supposed to be there. So it doesn't mean that I'm against development. Yes, we have to do development, but well planned, strategic, scientific development is the need of the hour. And there are people, wonderful people within India who are doing all this, who are there, available. But unfortunately, our people don't listen to it. Our politicos across the spectrum, across the parties, they don't listen to them. They just wanted to score some brownie points for the votes for the elections. So they want to show, hey, we have built so many bridges, we have built so many roads, we have built so many apartments and houses, and they make money. For example, even in Bangalore, in the outskirts, suddenly out of 600 to 800 acres of land, which was initially covered with full trees and vegetation, now it's been seriously cut down. They are absolutely cut down, and the BDA, the Bangalore Developmental Authority, people have taken over the lands and cut down all the trees. They're developing into a residential area, Kata A or Kata B, right? They wanted to convert. They have converted it, and very fast they are developing those properties. Why? Because another few more years, again there will be elections in Karnataka, and they want to win the elections, and if they lose, right? So we don't know. They will not be able to make money, right? So within this period of time, they want to make enough money. And the best way is to develop some lands, develop some areas, and make shelve as much as money in their pockets. And that is the plan. And the unplanned destruction of trees all around, it's actually affecting the local area also. If you look at it, they cut down all the trees, and because construction is going on, all the strays and the stray dogs and every animal, which were staying inside those or on the other side, they have got a freeway now. They come across other areas, and suddenly you see a huge increase in the number of strays around. And because construction is going on, there will be a lot of garbage which is thrown around, the construction materials which are thrown on the open grounds, and that gives rise to all the rodents and the insects and the parasites. And one small rain, it gets waterlogged, and garbage and stagnant water. Voila, it's a druid of concoction for infection, right? So such things happen, and I mean, I seriously don't understand when we say that we are developing fast developing into number 3, number 4, and all this thing, and such things keeps happening. How can we be happy? So coming back to Tamil Nadu, I don't know how long will our people, Tamil people, brethren, keep voting for such an incapable, such a dishonest, such a anti-people government, who's only like any other dotted alliance groups, whose only motive is to make their family the prime, right? To be having the dynastic monarchy in wherever state they are administrating. So how long our people will keep vote for such kind of parties? It's very disheartening when you see the videos and the photos which are coming in here. I mean, just one incident to let you know how tragic it is. Night, a family of 4, right? Father, mother, and 2 kids. I think the kids were 7 and 4 years. One is a 7-year-old kid, another 4 years old. They were sleeping. So a big tree fell on their house. To escape that, they tried to move to some other place. So when they tried to move, the entire ground sank in because of the torrential rainfall, and they were staying in a place where it is not the ground was not that firm. So it sunk in. All the people were they went inside that big hole inside the ground, and after numerous effort, they were not able. The family was not saved. Apparently, all the lives were lost. And then the Tamil Nadu government goes and gives them 5 lakhs for each people. But who are they giving? The entire family is gone. The 5 lakhs will go to whom? So it will come in the ledger that 5 lakhs has been given to this family. But the money, whom is it going? Maybe the administrator officer there. So such kind of things happening. I mean, this is just one incident of multiple which is happening in Tamil Nadu. You could see the farmers, beating their chest and crying. If you listen to it, most of us will lose our sleep, because the years, maybe 15, 20 years, their entire lifetime, they would have done the all the hard work to build something of their own, and suddenly one night, because of a department, because of an engineer, because of a minister who decided to open the floodgate at middle of the night, and their entire crops are destroyed, entire life is destroyed. So our people, just a request is, please pray for our brethren in Tamil Nadu state who are really suffering. I mean, not only this time, they have been suffering since years, but particularly this time, when their livelihood has been destroyed because of this cyclone. And another plea is to the administration of Tamil Nadu to please plan for something very much ahead before doing a knee-jerk reaction as a corrective measure. Be a preventive. Go for preventive measures than a corrective measure. And at least all जो भी पाप किए हैं, whatever sins you have done, at least try to correct it by doing something good. Okay, and then at least for future, if any such things happen, at least you can save Tamil Nadu from further destruction. That's all for now. Thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram, Har Har Mahadev.